来いよ、熱くさせてやるぜ。
Round 1. Fight!
What's up guys, Max here, back with some more impressions of some of these Street Fighter V characters I got to play a bit with that I did not have the chance to play during the previous beta. We're going to be having another beta coming up fairly soon with a dramatically different roster than we had before, and one of the characters that I think I'm going to play a lot more of is definitely NECALLI. Now, NECALLI's interesting because he went through a lot of changes, and I got quite a few matches with him at TwitchCon and figured out a couple of pretty cool combos that you'll hopefully get to see within this footage. But, and for the most part, NECALLI was a charge motion character in the build that I played. He has essentially a back-forward rushing, like a grounded style move, a charge down to up move, which is essentially his uppercut, and in a previous build, that was actually different. It was an uppercut motion, and I think it was either a half circle or a regular fireball motion. Now, the grounded one, where he goes from the left-hand side of the screen to the right, or vice versa, that one is a good anti-projectile move. It actually crushes projectiles, it has projectile armor, and will destroy them and continue forward and hit the opponent. I was able to utilize it this way quite a few times, and it just goes to show that so many characters are anti-projectile in this game that it kind of is weird that there really isn't many characters that are pro-projectile because there's so many counters for them, and NECALLI absolutely has one. The bigger interesting thing that's happened as a result of this is that there was some balancing that I was talking to the Capcom guys at, where they were kind of worried that NECALLI might be a little too good, so they gave him charge-style moves. But in the more recent builds that we saw at some recent events where NECALLI was playable, his uppercut motion, which was a down-to-up charge, is no longer that down-to-up charge anymore. It's indeed a Shoryuken motion again. So he does have a charge back-to-forward move, which is still a good move, but his essential anti-air is now back to being a regular anti-air. So I'm very curious to try out that version. However, I do believe that the next version of NECALLI that we might be playing as in the next beta is going to be a charge motion for both of his special moves. Now, he's got that one special where he charges from one screen and then to the other screen, and he's got the uppercut style anti-air move. He also has a traditional command grab, which is just half circle back with punch. This is just a decent command grab. It's not anything too fantastic. If you do the EX version, he slams you into the wall. The damage from that is actually very minor, but you get good damage afterwards because you can follow up after the wall bounce and go for something kind of big. I was usually doing the heavy version of his anti-air, like uppercut move, but I couldn't find much else. It might be good for a setup of some kind, because with NECALLI, you pretty much want to be in close range. This guy is a frame-trapping monster, and the best traditional combo he's got is that he's got a great cross-up with medium kick. You would do close range medium kick, which only hits close range. It's a very short move. Go from medium kick standing into crouching medium punch into his light or medium stomp, which is fireball forward with kick. And these stomps are extremely good, guys. Like, they are natural frame traps because after the heavy one, you're actually at advantage, and it's a progressive forward move, meaning that you can hit a button after. Some of the best damage that NECALLI actually has right now is crouching heavy punch, which is a pretty good move and reaches pretty far, canceled into his roundhouse version of his stomp, which launches the opponent, and then you immediately do the EX version of stomps after, and it does a ridiculous amount of stun and about 30% damage, and that's really good damage for just one bar. And it's kind of my go-to thing that I was using for NECALLI. So the stomps are really good. His close-range normals are fantastic. His jabs aren't very good. I wasn't able to do much combo-wise with the jabs. You might be able to do jab, uppercut now that his uppercut isn't a charge motion, but we will see. But outside of that, relying on the stomps for your close-range pressure was fantastic. He also has an overhead, I think, with down-forward heavy punch. It's this claw-like attack, and his super is super easy to combo into. It's literally low forward, stomp, cancel into super. Very, very, very simple, not complicated at all. His V-trigger is also interesting because his V-trigger lasts the entire time, and the only way you can really get V-trigger, as we know, is taking damage, and also connecting his stomps. He has this very interesting stomp V-skill where he slams the ground and it hits low, and you can position it from medium to close to far, but if you whiff this thing, you are out there for a long time, man. You will take damage if somebody jumps. And you can also combo into it in some ways. He he has a very interesting target combo, which I think was medium kick or forward medium kick, something like that, into heavy kick, and then you would press stomp after, so medium punch and medium kick at the same time, and it would actually work. You can combo into it, and a lot of the times before you get his V trigger all the way up there, you're gonna be looking for ways to combo into his like ground pound stomp thing. You're gonna want to be doing that more consistently, because getting to V scale is very good, because in V scale everything's faster. It seems like his normals have better priority, they reach longer, and he just does more damage in general, and his V skill or his V trigger, once it's activated, does not go away, so he's in this crazy Super Saiyan Evil Ryu looking version the entire time, and it's extremely good. There's also a way to combo into it, which is very important. You can actually combo into it from his crouching medium punch. So if you find yourself crossing somebody up, doing close range medium kick, and then crouching medium punch, if that hits, cancel the crouching medium punch into V trigger, and you can immediately press, after the V trigger is activated, crouching heavy punch into the roundhouse version of his stomp, and that launches the opponent, and it's crazy. It's really good damage. I think in some of these matches I actually get it a couple of times. And that's about it for NECALLI. Besides Ken at the show floor, I put the most time into NECALLI as well. And he was a completely new character. I never got to try him in any of the previous builds, and even within this build, him being a charge character, I liked him quite a bit. I normally don't like charge characters too much, but I found him to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it'll be like to play as NECALLI with traditional uppercuts, because you really couldn't reliably uppercut somebody because you were trying to get in a lot more. Traditionally, charge characters tend to be a little bit more defensive, and NECALLI is very offensive, so having everything be a charge is kind of counterintuitive to what he sort of would be. But either way, guys, that's about it for NECALLI. Really impressed with this character. I like him. He's kind of basic at the same time because he's so simple and accessible. But he's a spacing monster. He's got some great tools, he's got some good damage, and he's got a really damn cool looking V-trigger. I'm going to run the rest of the matches so you guys can watch some more NECALLI gameplay. But stay tuned, I'll be back to have those matches edited of the dudes that actually beat me, the 3 separate matches on the show floor where I lost those specifically, and we'll break down those matches. As always, guys, thank you a ton for watching. I'll be back with more Street Fighter V coverage as soon as possible. My name is Max, and I'll see you next time.
Round 2. Fight! Fight! Round 2. Fight! Hadouken! 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 NECALLI wins.